Hi, good morning, kids. Today is Wednesday. We have started a new chapter in English, and it is on pronouns. Monday and Tuesday, we talked about she, he, and it. Pronouns is a word that takes the place of a noun, and we know that nouns are person, place, or thing. We also know that proper nouns are a specific person, place, or thing. That was Monday and Tuesday. We learned about she, he, and it. Now, today we're talking about the pronouns I and me. These can be a little confusing, but if you think back to when we learned about the subject part and the action part, we can actually figure this part out. So, the pronouns I and me take the place of my name. So if I said, I am going to my classroom, it takes the place of Mrs. Key is going to the classroom. Can you imagine if I said that? Like, I'm going to my classroom, or here, hold on a second. Yeah, Mrs. Key is going to the classroom. It would sound a little weird, right? I can just say I, make it a little easier. The pronoun I is usually in the subject part. What am I doing? I'm going to my classroom. So the subject part is going to my classroom, and the action part. Let's try that again. Going to my classroom is the action part. I would be the subject. It is me, Mrs. Key, going to the classroom. The pronoun me is usually in the action part. So we can say, my family watched me play soccer. Do you see how that changed? So it's my family becomes the subject, and watched is the action part. Me play soccer. What is my family doing? They're watching me play soccer. So I is in the subject part, and me is going to be in the action part. So on pages 167 and 168, first of all, what I want you to do is go to 168 and cross out 10, 11, 12, and 13. We're not going to do those, okay? So don't worry about those. What I do want you to do is take a look at number 1 on page 167. We are going to draw a vertical line between the subject part and the action part. So number 1, it has a blank space, and then it has call myself Paul now. So the question is, do we need to use I or me? If you said I, you're correct, because that is the subject. I becomes the subject. Call is the action part. He calls himself Paul now. So we need to put I in there, because today we're working on I and me. He would also work in there, but that was from yesterday and Monday. So don't use he, she, or it in these pages, okay? Right now we're working on I and me. So it becomes, I call myself Paul. The subject, we need to draw a line between the subject part and the action part. So what is that action word? Do you guys see it? If you said call, you're correct. Go ahead and pat yourself on the back. So you're going to draw a line between the blank space provided and call. Now you've separated the subject part from the action part. Number 2, let's take a look at that one. It says, my friends lowered blank down by the wall in a basket. Where's the subject in that sentence? If you said my friends, you're correct. Good job. So let's go ahead and draw a line after friends and before lowered, because that is the subject part. What are they doing? They were lowering. Now, would I or me be good in that one? If you said me, you're correct, because the me needs to be in the action part of the sentence. I is in the subject, and me would be in the action part. So lowered is the action part. So they lowered me down by the wall in a basket. All right. And that was from one of our Bible stories from a couple of months ago. So yeah. Um, let's see here. What I also want you to do down by number 8 and 9, you need to choose the best sentence. So number 8, my aunt and I heard a missionary. Or there's me and my aunt heard a missionary. First of all, you probably want to locate that action part. If you said my aunt and I heard a missionary, you're correct because it's still part of the subject. My aunt and I, they are the subject. What were they doing? They heard a missionary. All right. So if you have any questions, please let me know. I'm available on LMS chat, Dojo, and I can also do a Zoom meeting if you're having any difficulties with this. All right, guys, have a great day.